Hey everyone, my name is Mitch Dyer. I'm here with Antoine from Ubisoft. Antoine, you're a producer on Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yes.
We're taking a look at the 101 trailer today. It's got this, it's this massive trailer. It's super long. It has a detailed breakdown of all of the new features. And if we bounce ahead a little bit, we'll skip up here. You can see this really clever little timeline you guys have at the bottom. It explains, hey, look at all this stuff we're going to cover. What do you want to talk about first? What stands out most to you in Unity? What's like the biggest and coolest thing that people should know more about?
Well, we can talk about Paris, obviously.
All right, that's first up. Yeah, your mind is in the same place as your trailer. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. Is this the biggest world you guys have created? I mean, it's certainly the most dense and detailed.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the biggest world because it's not really the size that matters. Even if obviously it's the biggest city that we made in the brand, it's really the density of it and the scale. It's the first time that we are that close from a one-to-one scale, and it explains why when you're wandering in our Paris in ECU, buildings, houses, and landmarks like Notre Dame that we are looking at right now seem so big.
Yeah, and like that scale in AC2 was what stood out to me. I mean, AC1 had, obviously it was big, but AC2 had that first real moment of being inside a place and it just feeling like you were there. And that's what they're talking about in this trailer is, hey, like here's this incredibly detailed place, and you see it in like the lighting and the physics of like just small movements with the wind and the lighting coming through the stained glass, like all that stuff's gorgeous.
So we spent a lot of time, especially on Notre Dame, and that was actually a bet, because we need to find the most emblematic landmark that would talk to everyone in the world, people who know Paris and people who don't know Paris. This is why we chose this one, and we gave it to an artist named Caroline, and she spent almost 2 years on this one. So every details she knows it, every very small pieces of it, like from the stained glasses to the back of the church itself, from the woods that you can see now. She knows everything, and she recreated very, very faithfully.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see it now with as you said, the light going through the stained glass and the smoke and all of that.
Yeah, you guys have always done a really good job of creating a place that I just want to go to, right? Like I feel like if I were to go to Venice, I would know like a little bit about my way around. It's obviously like the Venice and AC2 wasn't one for one, but it's enough that I could get a feel for it. And you definitely get that vibe in Assassin's Creed Unity with Paris. Tell me a little bit more about the movement. We've talked a lot about it before, lots of great vertical improvements, but the way Arnaud moves is completely different than anybody else. I mean, he's just a lot more acrobatic. He has a little bit more of a flair like that. I love this turnaround as he kicks up onto a different ledge.
Yeah, we worked a lot on what we call the parkour. Before that, the assassins were moving upwards or on the ground, and we really wanted to our players to feel the freedom of moving the way they want. Up, down, and also to go fast on the floor, like what we call the control descent. So you have those new controls that allows you to go down very easily but nicely. It's not just drop, 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 drop. You can really go down, and it looks cool, and it's a real addition to the navigation in this game.
Another new thing you guys have added, and I actually didn't know this until I saw this trailer. I didn't understand like the level of customization you have as Arnaud. I knew, Assassin's Creed games traditionally you have, oh, this is the entire new outfit. This is like whatever the theme is, and it has different color schemes. Here, you have different pieces of armor and different like color schemes that you can mix and match. Tell me more about the customization here as we.
Well, we want it to be very deep, and it's actually really new for the brand. Our players can really make their own Arnaud. You're still playing Arnaud, but because we introduced co-op in that game, we wanted our players to be able to customize it from the hood to the chest to the weapons, blades, everything. You can even have different kind of weapons, and it's interesting when you're playing with friends, because I'm the kind of guy who like to play with a nice sword, but some other players will want like a big long weapon, more bulky, and then the play style and the costumes will be according to it.
I love all the different visual styles here. Like here, just the different colors and the ornaments he has, and you cut over to this next one. He's got like big puffy sleeves and massive gloves and something a little more subdued. I love this. Like I've always been such a sucker for different colored costumes, and this level of customization is really cool.
Yeah, you can do pretty much you want. I like to be stealthy, so I like white or blue outfit. But the guy who likes to be in red with more bulky and big weapons, I mean, he can do it.
Want to stand out?
Yeah.
Carry the big hammers and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. And you can even play with the old outfits from the previous
I was going to
AC.
say, like,
Yeah.
that's always the big thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, wear Ezio's outfit or
Yeah.
Altair's. So
Yeah.
all that stuff is still there?
Yeah.
Can you have, like, modified versions of their outfits?
No, you have
No?
the exact.
It's like the full
Yeah, it's the full
real
ones.
set. Got it.
But with the customization menu, you can do yourself, like do your own
You
version.
can make, like, a
of-
modified...
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, cool. This part of the trailer is actually the one that got me thinking the most. Is talking about the improved AI and the way that enemies engage and the kind of the means by which you fight. That's always been a big thing in Assassin's Creed. Is I always felt like I was waiting for enemies to attack me and then I would dispatch them very handily. Tell me how that. I mean, the AI improvements presumably fix a lot of that.
Yeah, they're much more aggressive than they were before. They will not hesitate to kick you in the back when you're fighting another one. But we adapted the whole system to it. So now you can parry, you can perfect parry, you can dodge. So the fight system is much more challenging for the players. But at the same time, he has more tools than what he had before to get rid of the enemies. Obviously, it's not like before. Like you can't rampage and kill 20 enemies like this.
I feel like a lot of people are going to hear that as a challenge. Like,
Yeah.
I can't I?
It is a challenge, but at the same time, you have the ability to customize your character all along the game, and it will improve itself in terms of skills and also in terms of weapon that you can use, and you'll get better and better and better. So the difficulty curve and the number of enemies, like you will get better along the game.
No, I still haven't played Unity at all. I've played a bit of Rogue, and it feels like a great single-player Assassin's Creed game. You guys have 4-player co-op. That's the big thing with Unity.
Yeah.
How do you make something like this function with 4 players? Like, I've always enjoyed the multiplayer, competitive PvP stuff in Assassin's Creed, but the idea of having to cooperate with other people feels so weird. Like, whenever I play AC, it's like, this is how I'm going to do it. Having to manage 3 other people sounds like a lot of work.
Well, it's exactly like you just said. What we wanted to provide our players is a unified experience. So it's supposed to be seamless and very easy to enter in. So the way you play alone is going to be the way you play with friends. And that's it. It's as simple. So you're gonna get mission givers in the world, or you can invite players to a party within your game, and then you can launch a mission or go to a heist, 2, 3, 4 players, and that's it. It's really a shared experience, and your playstyle is gonna work with the playstyle of your friends, basically.
Yeah, and you guys kind of the active skill stuff here that you're showing here, like that enforces that because it's unified across all the characters, so everyone's going to have that particular set. It's not like, well, I'm the aggressive guy, so I'm going to fight aggressive while you're the support healing kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. And again, you're supposed to work together. The closer you are, so if you're within a 30 meters area, your co-op skills are going to get better with your friends. Like this guy's is going to last longer.
Yeah.
If you're closer to me, I mean.
IGN's Destin Legary and I were we were bonding over this. These fat assassins. I'm a big fan of these disguises. Just want to let you know.
Yeah.
Speaking of my heart, as a
nice.
as a chubster. Let's skip ahead a little bit. I wanted to touch on something here. Now we just need to scrub and find it. My man, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah.
You guys have like a really great history of having awesome historical figures in your games. Napoleon is a really interesting one. Tell me about that.
So, in the game, Napoleon is not the emperor. He's becoming to be the emperor. So at this time, he's like a young general.
Very young. Yeah, he's like in his early 20s right now.
Yeah. So he's very ambitious, obviously. So you can already feel the character. You can feel that this guy is going to be very important. And it's interesting because in that scene that we're watching, he's like challenging Arno. Arno is very, confident. He's ring with blade, and the one is like, I have again already pointed to your belly. So you can feel this. It's very, very interesting character. He leads Arno in some way in a mission, and you get to protect him also in one of the co-op mission.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of little baby Arno.
Yeah.
Do we get to assassinate anybody's baby Arno? Come on, you can tell me.
No, I can't tell you.
All right. You guys are nailing the faces. Like the facial expressions in this remind me more of like a Far Cry game as opposed to an Assassin's Creed game. Like the detail, just phenomenal.
Well, if you want to carry a love story in a video game, you need to nail it down. You need to feel the
You can't have these like deadpan faces.
Yeah, of course. No, you need to feel the emotions between a complicated couple like Arno and Elise, because it's not a simple couple. She knows what she wants. He's still looking around. He's not that sure.
Their Facebook status update would be, it's complicated. Like, that's their relationship status.
Yes, pretty much, yes. Because she wants revenge,
Okay.
but he's torn between duty and his love for her. So, yeah, it's a complicated Facebook
Interesting.
status.
And the last big thing I want to talk about in this trailer, obviously, is the time anomalies that you guys are talking about. This is weird, and I don't fully get it. So give me a little bit of a rundown about what the time anomaly stuff is. I mean, Arno finds like a tear in time or something, and now he's in World War II. Like, does his mind just explode? How does his feeble brain handle 1944?
It's just a bug in the matrix, basically. It's but at the same time, we wanted to. I mean, who does want to have the Eiffel Towers? The Eiffel Tower when you have a game about Paris, and then we chose those periods where we can provide them to our players. Obviously, the gameplay that you have to do it serves the whole purpose and the meta story itself. But then you get to climb the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, oh, they set one in Paris. Great. Can't wait to climb the Eiffel Tower. Did not expect to be gunning down ships with a machine gun on top of the Eiffel Tower.
I mean, it's the German occupation of Paris, so you gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
So what's the narrative context of these? I mean, I assume there's more than one. I assume they venture out beyond World War II, but like, what is Arno? What is his involvement in this? What is he learning?
It's not related to Arno. It's really related to the meta story where the player himself.
Okay.
The player himself.
Arno as the vessel.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Arno is the vessel in the French Revolution, but then the player himself is involved in those time anomalies all along the game.
Interesting. Well, that's a very lengthy trailer you've revealed. Thank you so much for digging deep into it.
No worries.
Really, really looking forward to this game. I've kind of fallen out of love with Assassin's Creed. I like the boat stuff a lot. I'm actually really excited for Rogue, but it's exactly this kind of stuff, right? Like the higher detail, the better storytelling, all the like more historical figures. France, like I've always wanted to do Paris. Like I'm back on board, man. You guys have something really fascinating.
Cool, thanks.
Antoine, thank you so much for your time, and for more on Assassin's Creed Unity, stay tuned to IGN.
Enjoy.